album going to hurt me? That is the real question. Today, we're actually going to be listening to Lorde's new album, which is one of my most anticipated releases of this year. I'm a bit late to checking it out just because I've been kind of intimidated to go into it. I was really busy around the time that it came out, and then everyone's just started telling me how heavy it is and how sad it is and how it's a lot to take in. With that knowledge, you know, I've been a little bit hesitant to go into it, but I'm very excited nonetheless. If the entire album is anything like the 2 singles, I do think this will be one of my most played albums of the year. What Was That was definitely my favorite over Man of the Year, but Man of the Year grew on me a lot, and I've actually become a really big fan of it. There's something about the soundscape and kind of the vibes of the song that are just something I find myself listening to over and over and over again for some reason. Even though if you asked me if they were my favorite Lorde songs of all time, I would probably say no. So kind of a weird contradiction going on in my mind, but nonetheless, we're here for the full album, the full picture, the full story, and I'm super intrigued. The album cover is really interesting. Obviously, the title Virgin. I'm not really sure what to make of it yet. I think I have to go in with a lot of curiosity and a lot of unanswered questions. Let's jump in with the first track. It was actually a single, but I have not heard it yet, and it is called Hammer. I feel like I'm being hypnotized.
There's a heat in the pavement, my mercury's raising. Don't know if it's love or if it's ovulation. When you're holding a hammer, everything looks like a nail.
That first line is already a little bit too relatable. Calling me out right away. Cool.
The mist from the fountain is kissing my neck. The liquid crystal is in my grip. Anyone with a snake tongue, I'll show them the chambers of mine.
Oh, she's coming for the imagery, girlies.
And I dance. Some days I'm a woman, some days I'm a man.
Oh.
Carry me,
What in the Dress by Taylor Swift is happening right now? Ooh. Euphoric, right?
Today I'll go to Canal Street. They're piercing my ears. I'm making a wish when a needle goes in. Read it and tell me who I am.
Definitely already feels like a self-discovery vibe. Like we're entering the album not knowing who we are, you know, not having the answers. And I'll just say I'm at a place in my life where I'm very much kind of in that same state of like not fully knowing who I am and feeling like I'm 29. Like, shouldn't I know who I am by now? My brain is fully developed. Like, I'm a full-ass adult. Why do I not know more about myself? And I feel like we're coming into this album with that mindset, which I'm so here for. I feel like she's gonna literally heal me, or at least help me figure out a little bit more of who I am through this experience.
Show me who I am.
Did she say show me who I am? Yeah!
I really do think you can make an exception. I took tears and they paid me to do it. Oh.
It's desperate.
There's peace in the madness over our heads. Let it carry me.
It's a release, you know? It's like coming to terms with the fact that you don't have your shit figured out. Lorde. Yes.
Let it break me down till I'm just a breath, till I'm just a voice living in your head. It's a thunder, been to hell and back, but I've sent you a postcard from the edge.
Ooh, whew.
The edge.
That's how you end a song. Ooh. Sorry, I'm just like, let it break me down till I'm just a breath. I'm just a voice living in your head. I don't really know the full interpretation of every single lyric on that track. Obviously, it was a lot, you know, in there, and a lot that I think she was processing. But with that last line, I just thought of like when you have feelings for someone, and yes, I'm making this a little bit personal, you know, to my own life circumstances, but when you have feelings for someone and, you know, you want it to become something, you want a connection, but they don't really give you the time of day. They don't want the same relationship that you do. And then you just sort of break down from there and break down until you're just kind of a memory to them or like a voice in their head. I don't know. That's the picture that I got with those last few lines, but there's a lot to unpack with that song, obviously. Lyrically, probably one of the deepest songs she's ever written. One of the most self-reflective. One of the most like kind of chaotic, just all over the place. You're just ruminating about these different things. And again, I can really relate to that at this stage of my life. Sonically, I liked it a lot. I like the build and just, I don't know. I just like the soundscape she's creating with this album already. I really do. I don't know what it is about it, but it just feels very enticing to me for some reason. Okay, the next one's called What Was That, which we already covered on the channel, so we're gonna breeze through it and then we will get into Shapeshifter. Fun titles going on.
A place in the city, a chair and a bed. I cover up all the mirrors. I can't see myself yet.
We're gonna stand to her soul on this album.
It comes over me, or I'm missing you, and all the things we used to do. MDMA in the back garden, blow pupils up. We kissed for hours straight, well baby, what was that? We wake from a dream, well baby, what was that?
This is a nice little palate cleanser after the other song. Still sad, but upbeat, and you can kind of pretend you're not feeling pain. What was that?
Do you know you're still with me?
Current Affairs. Oh yeah, it reminds me of Current Affairs, the song.
Down, baby, so right, I face reality.
I feel like this whole album is gonna be her facing reality.
I tried to let whatever has to pass through me, pass through. But this is staying a while, I know.
The builds are gonna be subtle, but I think impactful.
Garden blow pupils up. We kissed for hours straight. Well, baby, what was that? I remember saying that this is the cigarette of my life. Well, I want you just like that.
It's such a cathartic chorus.
We wake from a dream. Well, baby, what was that?
Oh, this isn't what I needed after the first track. I feel like, are we gonna be bopping on this album though? Because I'm concerned already with Hammer.
Baby, what was that?
A lot of this kind of organic production going on. I dig it. I dig it. Okay, the next one's Shapeshifter. Should I be concerned for the rest of this album? My answer right now is yes. Right in.
Chewing gum, I know, don't have a sour taste that's in my throat, but the voice in my head says, do you have the stones? When I let down my brakes and you climb up in my room, we can't do anything you want.
Very off-putting vocal.
Slept with all the pairs of hands, I'm reckless. It's fine without it. Why gotta stop?
It's about like meaningless hookups.
My pulse, I don't sleep, don't dream at all. Giving nothing personal.
I don't sleep, I don't dream at all. Like, we're here for one reason. There's no comfort, there's no safety in this.
Not affected. I've been the ice, I've been the flame. I've been the prize, the ball and chain. So I'm not affected. I've been the fruit that leaves a stain. I've been up on a pedestal.
This is amazing.
Tonight I just wanna fall.
Oh yeah, like I just want to fall in love for once. Instead of having these like interactions that go nowhere.
Yeah, tonight I just wanna fall. Mirror on a shirt, I see a hot mess in an antique skirt, but the voice in my head says, don't let him leave alone.
This vocal is gonna take some time to get used to.
Visions of a teenage innocence. How'd I shift shape like that?
Ooh, I love the feel of this though, the chorus. So pretty.
With all the metal that I've messaged, I gotta stop.
Like I don't need it, but I still can't stop.
I don't sleep, don't dream at all. Giving nothing personal.
But it's such a dreamy chorus.
I've been the ice, been the flame, I've been the prize, the ball chain.
I think it's like a synthesizer that sounds like strings.
Time, wishing say,
This part's just boppy as hell.
I've been up on a pedestal.
Like, I've been everything. Like, I've been the ice. I've frozen people out, you know, I've left people on red, I've ghosted them, but I've also been the flame. Like, I've been what they're drawn to. I've been the prize, you know, the thing that they showed off, even though we didn't have a deep relationship. I've been the ball on the chain, the thing that they just kind of dragged along, and I let them treat me like dirt. I've been the dice, the magic 8. This is poetry. Like, this is straight poetry. I am really loving this. I am really, really liking this so much. I've been the dice, the magic 8. Like, I've tried to maintain control of these relationships so that I'm not affected, you know, so that I don't get hurt in the end. But what I'm reflecting on is that I have been hurt and that I'm not okay. And I just want to fall. Or maybe tonight I just want to fall means that she just wants to do it over again. Like, fall into these relationships that don't mean anything and end after the night is over. So she can kind of escape the regret of the past relationships. I don't know, but this is deep as hell.
Yeah, tonight I just wanna fall.
Why so happy, if so sad?
Pull you in, swear that you were just a friend. Say I'm not affected, I'll kick you out. Push you in, swear that you were just a friend. And when it's all over tonight.
I friend-zoned you. I say I'm not affected, but I am. Lord, you freaking little genius. Honestly, this is already really, really good so far. If I'm speaking my raw, honest truth, like, this is better than I expected it to be. It's not even that I expected it to be bad or anything. I just had no expectations going into this other than I knew it was a lot to, like, take in. So this is, like, better than my expectationless expectations, I guess. It's poetic as heck, okay? As hell, as frick. It's so freaking poetic. The soundscape is hitting as well for me. Like, I do like the sound of this, even though it's not necessarily like the sound I would have chosen out of a hat, if that makes sense. Like, I still am really enjoying it. It does kind of give melodrama, but in my opinion, it's different. Like, it does not really have the same exact effect that melodrama did. So I don't want to compare them, but I would say it's more similar to melodrama than it is to solar power, obviously. But it's its own thing for sure. Like, it is set apart. It is different. That song especially, you know, was very different with the vocal delivery in the verses. Honestly, I wasn't a huge fan of the vocal delivery in the verses. Obviously, you probably know that if you've been around here for a minute. I don't love the talk singing. It was also just a little bit off-putting, a little bit creepy to me. I think that was maybe the intention, but I just didn't really, you know, it didn't give me a good feeling. But then we got the chorus, which was that good feeling. It was that euphoric, beautiful kind of release. Again, it felt like a release of some kind. So I absolutely loved that. Like, I thought that was beautiful. I love the bridge. I love at the end when the melodies came together, and like any type of layering or harmonizing, I am yours. Like, my heart is in your hand. So that was my favorite part of the song. The build was beautiful. It started and I never would have known where it was going to end up. So respect. We're 3 for 3 on songs that I've liked. The next one is called Man of the Year. I did cover this. You know, I didn't really connect to it all that much on a first listen, but I will say it grew on me a lot and I've come to really enjoy it. So we're gonna listen to that and then we'll get into Favorite Daughter. Excited for that one. For some reason, that's like... like, feels organic and synthetic at the same time.
You on my bike, gliding through, like new from my recent ego death.
Really slowing it down.
Sirens sing overnight, violent sweet music.
I don't know if it's just like I'm not in a place to like actually face the emotions from this album or what's going on, but I just want to bop. Like, I have this natural inclination to bop to this music, even though it's not really all that boppable so far.
You met me at a really strange time in my life.
Actually just a beautiful song. I do kind of regret the fact that I didn't like it at first, but
strange time in my life.
Just actually a beautiful song.
Can't believe I've become someone else. Someone more like myself.
We're kind of like entering that stage in the album maybe where she's gonna come to terms with who she is a little bit more, I would imagine.
Who's gonna love me like this? Oh, who could give me like this? Let it flow down to me. Love me like this. Now I'm broken open.
There's space in this song, you know? There's room to like reflect and overthink.
Playing it any way I want. Switch my watch, jerk off.
I love that part.
Stay up and sleep.
Why is this song... You know what? I just want to confess my sins, okay? That I didn't give this song enough recognition when I first reacted to it. That's the easy truth of the matter, is I was just like, not impressed. Not all that impressed, you know? I didn't love it. I just want to give it its flowers. I think this is an absolutely beautiful ballad. I love it now, and I don't know what I was thinking before, okay? So, accept my apology, and let's move on. She decided to bare her soul. Lord Jesus.
How I hope that I remember my gold chain, my shoulders, my face in the light. Let's hear it for the man of the year.
Just the way it spirals is cool too, you know, the build. Okay, we're getting some great songs here. I just want to make that known. Okay, the next one's called Favorite Daughter. I have no expectations for this. Although I would say that about any of these titles. Like, what do you mean current affairs? Get Ready With Me, David. So I'm intrigued. Y'all know I love drums, right?
I was a singer, you were my fan, when no one gave a damn. It was you in the dark.
This is melodrama.
Well, some notes I don't hit. Now every day the plane takes off, and every night the room fills up with people who are convinced I'm not just some kid faking it for your love. 'Cause I'm an actress, all of the medals I won for ya.
What the fuck? Sorry, what the fuck is going on? I was not emotionally or spiritually prepared for this experience, and I just want that to be known. Okay, thank you. Is this about her father? I didn't know this would be a literal song about a father-daughter relationship. I thought maybe it would be like a metaphor of some kind, but it's sounding quite like a daddy issue song to me. And kind of the contradiction of like, you were my fan, you were there when no one else liked me, no one else cared about me, but I was scared of your anger. You know, we didn't have a great relationship, but you were my biggest fan. Like, you know, and kind of that complicated relationship you can have with the two sides of someone. And she was really just doing it all to try to impress him. She was trying to get rid of his anger by being like the best singer and the best artist. That's wild. If I'm like getting this correct, this is wild right now.
To be your favorite daughter, everywhere I run, I'm always running to ya. Breaking my back just.
Even if I run from you, I'm running to you.
You had a brother, I look like him. You told us as kids he died of a broken heart.
You lied.
Room I can't go in, I'm breaking. I still can't find you. And every night the room fills up, then I sing every word just to ya. 'Cause I'm an actress, all of the medals I won for ya. Panic attack just to be your favorite daughter.
I had stage fright, but I fought it because I wanted to be your favorite.
Always running into ya, breaking my back to carry the weight of your heart.
Breaking my back to carry the weight of your heart. I think that really sums up this song well. You know that this person isn't right to you or isn't treating you how they should, but you just keep trying and trying to win their approval because you desperately need it. And once you have their approval, it doesn't even really feel right because, again, they're not good to you. So it just feels wrong.
Dance until I get sick. Why'd you have to dream so big? Why did no one listen when you hit the notes from your heart? I'm a good actress. Look at the medals I won for ya.
I just remembered I have concert tickets to see her, and I'm so glad that I love this album already as much as I do.
You could imagine being the favorite daughter. Everywhere I run, I'm always running to you.
I love the melody.
To be as brave as my mother.
I see you. I see you, poetic daddy issue Lorde. I didn't know she had, issues, complicated relationship with her father. I hear about that a lot in songs. I feel like you never hear about the mommy issues. I loved that song. Okay, we're 5 for 5 or 6 for 6 or however many for however many. This is an amazing album so far. I know I just finished saying that a couple different albums have been some of the best of the year, and that's still something I believe, but I almost feel like this could be the album of the year with a capital AOTY. We're only 6 songs in, but that's the vibe I'm getting so far, and obviously it's just my opinion. Like, you don't have to agree with me, but this is really effing good, in my opinion, so far. Really, really reflective, beautifully written, just poetic lyrics. Like, I'm kind of getting the sense that she could be back with this album. Not that I didn't like Solar Power, because I really did like Solar Power, but I feel like we're back. Like, we're back to classic Lorde with this. That's my personal opinion. Yeah, favorite daughter. I mean, come on. I feel like that's gonna be one of the more memorable tracks too. Like, such a clear storyline, such a well-written song about the complex relationship you can have with someone. The next one is called Current Affairs. Super cohesive too. Like, no notes about the sound because it's just so cohesive and perfect.
Knew when I felt it hit. Stood in the park under the eclipse. It was only a field trip till it cooled my blood.
I just love the imagery.
That's how it tends to start.
Like, the storytelling is just immaculate on this album. That's what's standing out to me more than any other thing, is just the specific descriptions. Like, the second she said it was just a field trip, I felt the weight of that. Like, I felt that it wasn't just a field trip, right? Something happened, something occurred. She's killing it with that.
Till it cooled my blood.
There's just such a weight to this music.
Then someone throws a flare. You tasted my underwear. I knew we were fucked. My bed is on fire. Mama, I'm so scared. Once I get out on the edge, you spit in my mouth like he's saying a prayer. But now I'm crying on the phone, swearing nothing's wrong. Blame it on current affairs.
Who is that? I am sorry. This writing, this weightiness, these vocals, I don't even need to go through the exact same experience as her to feel the pain that she's in, to feel what she's struggling with. And that is the beauty, the power of music, the power of Lorde and her craft and her art. This is a beautiful, beautiful, I don't even know what's happening right now. Like, this is just wow, 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 wow. Mama, I'm so scared. I think that was one of my favorite lines too, because you're kind of regressing to a state of childhood. Like, Mama, I'm so scared, I don't know what's gonna come of this situation. And I think that's really real, when we're going through something, we often regress to like a state of childlike need for our family family or our mothers. Obviously, not that we don't need them other times, but like we kind of regress to that childlike state. Don't know how to come back once I get out on the edge is so real. Like, I've gone too far. I can't go back now.
All alone in my room, watching the tape of their honeymoon. Then the film came out. So, would you dive to the ocean floor just to take my pearl?
Ooh.
'Cause my bed is on fire. My bed is on fire. Mama, I'm so scared.
The chorus is beautiful.
He's saying a prayer, but now I'm crying on the phone, swearing nothing's wrong. Blame it on current affairs. Yeah, I think he's gonna blame it on current affairs.
Not sure what that guy's saying means, or what he's saying, or what it means. I just, right here is just... The songs are all good all the way through, too. Like, there's... Oh my god, that reminded me of her one song that's like, SPF 3000 for the... You know that one song? Leader of a New Regime. The songs are good all the way through. From the moment she opens her mouth to the moment that the song ends, there's something to behold. You know, the bridge is beautiful. The ending of the song is beautiful. What I like is, you know, the ending doesn't feel boring. It doesn't feel like, okay, I'm ready to skip. It feels like there's something happening there as well. And yeah, that's just something I'm really appreciating, is just like the attention to detail throughout the entire songs. Bangin'. Loved that one too. Just so beautifully written. I can't even. I loved kind of the haunting feeling that it had too, like, but I was still ready to bop. That's the whole, like, kind of contradiction of this album, is like, I'm gonna be bopping at the concert, for sure, but I'm also going to be reflecting and maybe feeling sad at the same time. The next one is called Clear Blue. I feel like this is gonna be really messed up. Like, I just have a feeling this song is gonna be so sad, because Clear Blue is a pregnancy test. So, I don't know, I just have a feeling that this could be really sad. I've just had that feeling ever since the tracklist came out.
After the ecstasy, testing for pregnancy, praying in MP3. Your metal detector hits my precious treasure. I'm nobody's daughter, yeah, baby, I'm free, I'm free.
I'm nobody's daughter. That's tripping me up. Wouldn't it be, I don't have a daughter? Or I don't have a son?
But deep in my matter, you're changing my patterns. Your helix is right through me. You're busting wide open till clearness is all I see. Yeah, baby, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free.
God, this song is crazy. Like, there is no sound other than the voices, but it still feels so full.
Lips round your halo, you asked where I came from. I lied and then I came clean. There's broken blood in me, it passed through my mother, from her mother down to me. My hips moving faster, I rode you till I cried. How's it feel, being this alive? Where did it go? Wish I kept the clear blue. I'd remember how it feels to be so bare in the throes. I'd remember how it feels to be.
Okay, that was a really short one. Kind of like, felt like an interlude, right? Because there was just the stopping and starting, and the vocal harmonies and the vocal layering was crazy, but it was beautiful. Like, kind of had a gospel-like feel, but also didn't at all at the same time. Lyrically, I'm gonna be honest, the lyrics kind of went over my head. Oh, after the ecstasy, meaning like after we were together. Oh, so this is kind of like about how she feels freedom in a sexual relationship. I did not get that. I did not get that at all until I went on Genius, and it kind of filled me in. I thought, you know, it was very literal. Like, she took a pregnancy test and then she was grateful that it was clear. I think maybe that could be part of it, but also, you know, it's kind of describing a sexual experience and then how it kind of takes her out of her brokenness for a minute, makes her feel free, makes her forget all her trauma. But even though it is kind of a sense of freedom and she feels like untethered to anyone, this person she's intimate with is very much having an impact on who she is and her deep bones and her deep matter. Deep in my matter, you're changing my patterns. Your helix is right through me. So she likes to feel like it's this free experience with, you know, no attachments, but this person is attaching to her through this experience. Very interesting song. Yeah, a lot to unpack there, but I liked, you know, how it was all laid out. Love the metaphors and like, I mean, the genius writing. The writing is genius on that track and on this whole freaking album. Can't say enough about the writing. Probably I've already said the word writing too much and I need to stop saying it, but I can't because the writing is just so effing good. This is definitely one of the best written albums I've heard this year. I mean, you know, describing the pattern of intimacy and how she felt about it, you know, it was so reflective, so bare bones, so raw. I knew this was going to be a raw album and it certainly is. The next one is called GRWM. Obviously, if you don't know, that means get ready with me. So, it should be a fun one. Probably not.
Soap, washing him off my chest, keeping it light, not on, thinking it, jumping from stone to stone in the riverbed, I guess. Maybe I finally know who you wanna be. A grown woman in a baby tea, a grown woman.
Oh, so it stands for grown woman.
Girl's a grown woman.
Oh, and then this song being like, maybe you finally know who you want to be. You know, we've reached that stage in the album where she's like, maybe this is it. Like, I've finally discovered, you know, I thought I had it right earlier in my thinking process and I was wrong. And now maybe I've reached this kind of stage of enlightenment.
Wide hips to the gym, 96, skin scarred, looking forward. Soft lips, my mama's trauma, since 96, been looking for a grown woman.
Since 96. We were born in the same year, so this could be my jam. Hopefully not. This is... I don't know if I want this to be my jam.
Pink galaxy, left undressed. 2009, me be so impressed. Back when the stone spirits went straight to the head.
Ooh!
Grown woman in a baby tea, a grown woman.
This is definitely the harshest song so far sonically, but for some reason I'm still into it, even though this is like not the sound that I would typically gravitate toward. And I think part of it is the vocals just being, I don't know, refreshing. Maybe it's because Lorde's voice, you know, I already am familiar with her, so she's kind of like home to me. And then second of all, it's the melodies, bitch. Like the melodies in this song, I'm sorry I called you bitch. The melodies are crazy, okay? On this entire album, like it just works so well in my opinion. Perfect album so far. Perfect album so far.
Wide hips to the gym.
You know when like you start to say a sentence and you don't know where it's going, but then you just like keep saying it, hoping you'll find it along the way? I feel like sometimes she does that with the production on this album. Like she'll start out with like a synth or something and it's like, oh, and then she'll just keep going with it. And it just feels kind of jarring and you just can tell she's kind of experimenting. You can picture her in the studio just like doing her freaking little thing. But it always works. Like it always works. It's hypnotic. It's vibey. It's great.
6, skin scarred, looking forward. Wide hips, soft lips, my mama's
Ooh, I'm sorry.
grown woman.
No. A grown woman.
Looking for a grown woman.
This euphoric ass little outro.
Grown woman.
Lorde. I kind of want to fight you. Can you please come on my channel? I kind of want to fight you. Because why did I go into this album so casually? Like, okay, I've put it off for long enough. I've been so nervous to go into it. Let's just go in. You know, I'm gonna have to listen to it at some point. I want to listen to it. I might as well just jump right in. And then she decided to destroy me with, in my opinion, one of the absolute best bodies of work we have heard this year. That's what's kind of happening right now, okay? I was not expecting this to be such a perfect album. That song, you know, was it my #1 favorite so far? Probably not, but again, I've liked every single song so far. They've all just been so solid in my opinion. Like, we haven't had any filler tracks, we haven't had any lulls. Every bit of the writing has been interesting and engaging, and I'm like waiting on her every word. I'm looking for the story to unfold. It's just immaculately created. The next one is called Broken Glass. Sounds like another fun one. I already see last year was bad as one of the first lyrics, so.
Mystique is dead. Last year was bad. Sucked in by arithmetic. Felt great to strip. New waist to hip.
She's a dancy little cute bop.
Just how much I paid for it. Did I cry myself to sleep about that? Cheat about that? Did I sweat hours a week about that? Compete about that? Lose my freak about that?
Lose my freak?
All of the above. I wanna punch the mirror to make her see that this won't last. But what if it's just broken glass? Spent my summer getting lost in math. It's just broken glass.
I love the song starting out with Mystique is dead, last year was bad. Like, I'm done trying to be mysterious, trying to make you think my life is great. Last year sucked. You know, I went through some shit. I let myself get sucked in by arithmetic. Felt great to strip, new ways to hip. I hate to admit just how much I pay for it. I know, you know, in another song she mentioned having an eating disorder, so I feel like that's tying into this song as well. Felt great to strip, sucked in by arithmetic, like the numbers of it all. New ways to hip. I hate to admit just how much I paid for it. Like, I ended up paying for what I thought was going to lead to my happiness. I want to punch the mirror to make her see that this won't last. Like, not eating or throwing up after meals, like, it's not going to make me happy long term. It's not going to even lead to long-term weight loss. It might be months of bad luck, but what if it's just broken glass? Yeah, like, I might end up with 7 years of bad luck, but it also might just be broken glass. I love that. Oh my God, I'm gonna say the word writing again. I just am. I know I've said it 72 trillion times, but I'm gonna say it again. I spent my summer getting lost in the math. Yeah, like, I just kept looking at the scale, looking at the numbers. Making weight took all I had. Oh my God. Okay, this one, yeah, we knew she's gonna get deeper into, like, the eating disorder on this album, talking about it, and this is it. This is my favorite song so far, and I just want to say, before I started the video, I glanced over at the track list, and this song, like, spoke to me in that moment, and was like, just sort of caught my eye, and what can I say? I have a good spidey sense. Sonically, it's my favorite so far. I love how it's like a little bit brighter, a little bit dancier, a little bit boppier. Maybe I just needed that after all the other tracks, but I'm just really loving this one, and lyrically, bitch, just a masterpiece.
I'm scared to quit. Loosen my grip. It's tough to admit just how much I get from it. When I cry myself to sleep about that, cheat about that.
I love this part, the pre-chorus.
When I sweat hours a week about that, compete about that, letting her treat me like that. I think that it's love. I wanna punch the mirror to make her see that this won't last.
She's talking in third person. I let myself get like that. And then she switches to saying, letting her treat me like that. Like, seeing herself from a different perspective. You wouldn't let a friend or a person in your life treat you like that. So why are you treating yourself like that? Boom. This is immaculate writing.
But what if it's just broken glass? Spent my summer getting lost in math. Months of bad luck. But what if it's just broken glass?
I'm like internally sobbing to this song, but like trying to bop through the pain. That one hurt. Yeah, it did. It hurt me internally and externally and all around. All of these songs are very much hurting me internally. You know, I may not be showing it on the outside. I may be smiling. That's just because I'm having the time of my little life experiencing this album. Although it's very sad and I'm like kind of fucked up by some of these lyrics. Yeah, my favorite so far. Absolute freaking little dance bop. That one, the lyrics felt the saddest to me. I'm not saying whether or not it's the saddest on the album, but the lyrics, I felt that. Like when she said, I cry myself to sleep. That was one of the saddest lines on the whole album for me because it just reminded me of like times that I've like cried myself to sleep or like been crying at night and like, I don't know, it just really got me for some reason when she said I cry myself to sleep. Because some of the songs I don't really relate to her story, which is great, you know, she's talking about kind of awful situations. I'm not saying I want to relate to them, but that one, you know, with the whole crying yourself to sleep, like I can definitely get down with that. So I think I felt it more personally than some of the other songs. But the next one is called If You Could See Me Now. Okay, so maybe an element of hope or like happiness.
In the city, I hear the voices of the ancients. They're calling for us, 'cause I'm a mystic. I swim in waters that would drown so many other bitches. Got me lifted, feeling so gifted.
Feeling so gifted. I'm special because I can get through this trauma.
In the gym, I'm exercising. All my demons, make them keep riding. I pick a song and listen to it till it's just a piece of music, and everything else falls away.
Oh.
Baby, whenever you break me,
Ooh.
I'd watch it happen like an angel looking down. Oh God, if she could see me now. Hope you find another starlet, another camera, another red carpet.
I love the way she said, I pick a song and listen to it till it's just a piece of music. And then that immediate switch up into like the gorgeous vibes was everything to me. She's done that a couple times on the different songs of like this hard hitting, harsh sound. And then all of a sudden it melts away and transitions so seamlessly into this like ethereal, euphoric sensation. And I live for those moments. They're so freaking beautiful. Every single time she does it, again, it feels seamless. Like it feels like it makes sense, even though on paper, I don't think it really would. Everything else just falls away. It went with the lyrics too, which I love.
I'm going back to the clay.
She loves the stops and starts.
If that's what this is, then I guess I'll take it. Up in the pain, not the synthesizer. The bodies move like the spirits inside. Baby, whenever you break me,
Oh my god.
I'd watch it happen like an angel looking down. Don't need fantasy. Oh God, if she could see me now.
Oh my god. Wait, you're not allowed to make the chorus this good, Lorde. That's what I'm kind of getting mad at over here is like, this is the best chorus on the album, in my personal opinion. The most beautiful, the most euphoric, the most satisfying to listen to. Whenever you'd break me, I'd watch it happen like an angel looking down. Like I was having an out-of-body experience because it was so painful. Oh God, if she could see me now. So like, if that version of me that was out of body, this angel looking down, could see me now. This is just insane.
If she could see me now.
Ew!
If she could see me now.
Literally, the synthesizer,
Now.
she's bringing the pain out of it.
Oh God. Oh God.
Period. Oh my lord. No pun intended. That was my one of my favorites, which like at the start of the song, I was like, girl, this is not it. Like I'm over the stopping and starting. I'm over like the vocals being like this. But the more it went on, again, the chorus was just everything to me. So freaking beautiful. So freaking euphoric. I just, you know? And the lyrically, I mean, literally she's a songstress from heaven on this album. Like this is writing unlike I've ever seen from her. Like Solar Power, I'm not gonna lie, I like the writing on it, but this is different. Like, this is a different level. She has upped the game in every way. If you like Taylor Swift, you probably agree with me that she is the best songwriter on this side of heaven. But Lorde is giving Taylor Swift a run for her money. That's how I feel. Lorde is here to take over the throne for the best songwriter. The next one, the last one, is called David. I'm assuming she's going to be talking about the statue in Italy, but let's just see where this goes. I feel like I'm at church.
Was I just someone to dominate? Worthy opponent, flint to my blade, now we're playing with shadows. You said open your mouth, I did. And what came spilling out that day was the truth. If I'd had virginity, I would have given that too.
Album title.
Why do we run to the ones we do?
It's a good question.
I don't belong to anyone.
Sorry.
Was I just young blood to get on tape?
She's been...
Dial me out when it got hard. Uppercut to the throat, I was off guard. Pure heroin mistaken for featherweight. But what came spilling out that day was the truth. And once I could sing again, I swore I'd never let myself sing again for you.
Wow.
So why do we run to the ones we do to anyone?
That's the best part of the album.
I made you God cause it was a that I knew how to do. But I don't belong to anyone. Am I ever gonna love again? Am I ever gonna love again? Do you ever feel like a friend? Am I ever gonna love again? Tell it to him.
Ow. You can't play the path. Oh my god, Lorde, I literally want to give you a standing ovation right now. I don't feel like standing up again, but just know that in my heart of hearts, that's what I'm doing. I don't even know how to like respond after that, to be fully honest with you. That last one took me out in a different type of way. It was so painful. It was so... I don't know, that one just took my brain chemistry and sort of rerouted the wires a little bit. Yeah, I just felt like it was the saddest. Just the most heartbreaking. I think because sonically, there was really nothing to mask the pain. In other songs, there's been so many things that can mask the deep pain that she's in. But that one, it was just raw and just... straight out with it. And it was hauntingly, beautifully so sad. And just ending on am I ever gonna love again? No sense of hope, really, just kind of more questions. What's interesting is she ended this album with more questions instead of answers. It's almost like she went on this journey to find herself or just figure out whatever, all these different things. And then at the end, she's just I just have more questions, and I just have more pain. That's what I took away from that. But bro, I am not kidding around about this album. I really went into it with I would say limited expectations. Just whenever there's two singles from an album, you really don't know fully what you're getting into. And I think that's why I'm so glad there was only a couple of singles from this album, right? There wasn't 12 different singles. And thank God, because it would not have been the same experience if there were a ton of singles. So thank God and thank Lorde that she decided to not do a lot of singles, right? And make this this a whole experience. I am so glad to say that as a longtime Lorde fan from the days of yore, I think it was back in like 2016, I became a fan of her, which is kind of wild. I loved this album. Like, this was just beautiful from front to back. There was not a single track that I felt lulled or was excessive or was not just beautifully and masterfully written. Not a single song. It's kind of funny though, because I feel like What Was That is still like one of the more fun ones on the album, and like the rest of it is kind of a lot of pain, you know? It is kind of a lot of pain and a lot of reflection, and What Was That is painful in its own way as well, but you're too busy bopping to really notice. But I was bopping, you know, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm so excited to spend more time with this album, obviously. I feel like I haven't even scratched the surface on processing it, you know, this is a first time reaction, but not a single song I disliked. I would say my favorites right off the bat were like Broken Glass. That was like my number one favorite. That's the one that's coming to mind immediately. Definitely gonna have to listen further, and maybe I'll rank it because I think that would be maybe fun, maybe difficult though to do. But oh my lord, like I'm just really truly wowed by this album in every way, and I'm so grateful to have such a poetic album. I feel like I've been liking a lot of the albums so far this year, obviously. Like I've had a lot of album of the year contenders already popping up for me, but this is by far the most poetic album I've listened to this year. This is the deepest, this is the most raw, this is the most vulnerable I've listened to. While there might be other albums that came out this year that are more fun sonically or like, but this is like by far the best written album of this year so far for me. I can already say that much. Yeah, I listen to a lot of music. This is the best writing I've heard. Obviously, it's only my opinion. You know, I'm a random girl on the internet, but it's my opinion, and maybe some of you will agree. But yeah, wow and truly wow. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate each and every single one of you who watch my videos. I hope you have a good day. I hope you are not going through any of the shit that we just talked about in this album, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.